Alright. What's going on, everyone? This video is going to be about GME, GameStop. I'm gonna talk options flow. I'm gonna talk a bit about the chart, what next, a bit of dark pools. But yeah, let's start with where we at right now. I mean, I'm making this video right now, Thursday, May 16th, and Roaring Kitty, known as DFV from Reddit, right? Came back to X, formerly known as Twitter, and he posted this screenshot of basically saying game on, right? And he posted this on now May 12th. Ever since, he's been kind of posting every hour, every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes. Just been posting a lot of memes, funny things on X. Now I want to talk about a few things that led to this, why it actually happened, why basically GameStop popped in the past 2 weeks or so. I want to talk about what all of you guys should focus at and what you should watch if you're watching options flow. And we'll talk about what's next. All right. So first of all, nothing I say is here is financial advice. Nothing here is tax advice. Everything I talk about is only my thoughts, my analysis, what I've done myself, and what I plan to do. Obviously, investing, trading involves a lot of risks. So just make sure that you do whatever is best for you and for your portfolio, not for anyone else. It's your money, it's your family's money, it's your hardworking money. It doesn't matter what people say online, what I say, it doesn't matter what people say on anywhere. All you should care about is about ending the week, the month, the year as profitable as possible, and that's it. Everything else is noise. That's your life. Okay? To be clear. Now, with that being said, enough ranting. So how did we get here? First of all, we got these dudes. So this is from the Flow Trading USA account, X account, right? But my at is this is Orlando for anyone who is not following me on X. You guys, anyone who follows me knows obviously I post a lot of flow. I post a lot of charts, trading ideas, investing ideas, market information, just kind of my journal. And I'm way more active every day on our Discord, right, in flow trading. But I kind of love talking markets, and that's the way I approach it is by watching flow every day, options flow and dark pools, and kind of analyzing options chains as well, which we'll get there. So this was just something we noted, right? We caught them on the Discord. We talked about them a little bit, and I'm not actively trading GameStop, just to be completely fair, right? I always will root for longs, but for me, I'm only so you guys know, anyone who follows me, there are squeeze seasons. Market makers, options dealers, they move sides. Okay, so they're gonna roll a lot of positions overall. The reason I've talked about squeeze season, aka squeezing, right, where meme stocks pop and a lot of shorted securities seen covering from options positions, FTDs, a lot of big money kind of covering their positions and then playing through options, is a lot of reasons, but mainly we saw a lot of flow on sectors that were heavily shorted in the past quarter or two, right? And that's how we kind of knew, from regional banks to a lot of things that kind of showed us a lot of action and activity on options flow in the end of 2023. So we kind of knew in around April that we see the build up to options chains throughout the next few months. So we expected meme season to come. So yeah, a lot of memes popped, a lot of squeezes overall. So our motto is obviously always buy the flow, sell the FOMO. So we try to find the flow before. If it's already too volatile, not too interested playing it personally, right? And we will talk about GME and everything here still and what's next. But to me, that's what we posted back in April 5th. Okay, April 5th, let me do the daily on the chart. It's the first line here, right? So that's when they actually entered. This is a bit of macro, so you guys can see. That's a daily chart on GME. I can even go regular, not log, just to kind of give you guys an idea, right? So this is where they entered with the calls. At the money, one strike above current price when it was traded at $10. Super unusual volume, you guys can see. Obviously, right? And this is what they actually did. Okay, they bought the $13 call for January 2026, a lot of time. And boom, look what happened. You see the uptick in volume here as well. Probably loaded up a bit more right before the pop. All right, now that's how we follow everything. As I've said, personally for me, I did long GME, and I played it through. I'm trading options, so I play through options. Yeah, more short calls, and then kind of there are a lot of ways to play. Anyways, you can play spreads, you can sell options, you can buy options, you can just buy the stock and hold it to the moon, whatever you want, right? To me personally, as I've said, I don't care about too much of narratives or what could happen, could have, should have. All I care about is I want you guys to understand that what matters is you and your families and your accounts. Like seriously, there's too much noise and misinformation online right now that's going on, and people screaming to the moon and hodl, hodl, hodl for me, hodl for you. You can hold if you want, absolutely, right? There's actually deep value in GME. Uh, I kind of see what Roaring Kitty is talking about. I've tweeted about it as well. I've been seeing a bit more improving fundamentals, like looking at their balance sheet, right? And I don't want to dive much into fundamentals. We don't have a lot of times for it. But again, I posted about it. They kind of reduce their operating costs, which is good, but it's a trick a lot of companies do to kind of, which looks good on the balance sheet. But with them, it actually looks pretty decent. They improved it. Main thing here is going to be, though, to not only improve margins, but they also want to improve gross profits. That's the main thing here. Like if they can do that, that cool. Will like GME already, it's not going to go bankrupt, in my opinion. Absolutely not, right? But it's not enough to just have a lot of cash and just like you want to see the company grows. If that happens, then you see the deep value opportunity and big money will step in and buy it. And that's what long-term shareholders need to focus on. The deep value, just like Roaring Kitty is doing all the time. Focus on the deep value. Forget about the noise. Forget about even conspiracies. Yeah, it could all be true, but it's out of your control. So focus on what you can control. Follow the freaking flow because it's going to tell you every time what's going to happen, and keep on following their fundamentals. Okay, that's just my thoughts for what it's worth. So yeah, they bought a lot of calls here, and boom, obviously it popped big time. They still hold, but they might as well also exercise it, and obviously they got what they wanted. Maybe they even sold it at the lead exchange. We had a lot of dark pools activity, ATSs, alternative trading systems, right? Basically at the May 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, most of the volume around $5 million each block was in this range, May 13, 14, 15, 16. If you look at the chart again, that's basically here, 13, 14, 15, and 16 today, Thursday. So yeah, big money. You gotta think about it like big money. You have to think about it like getting into their heads. If the stock is popping, squeezing, they're not going to buy and form. It doesn't work this way. They're gonna sell it. So it could be shorted. They could be shorting this stock. They could be taking profits from potentially exercising calls that they sometime bought, or maybe they bought cheaper here. It could be a lot of things, right? Speculation is cool and all, it's fun, but let's focus on what we know. So what we know is this. All right, besides what I just talked about, by the way, there was another one that we saw here. I posted again, call buyers keep on entering the tape, options tape. Again, above ask this time. So that's even more unusual. That means that the ask right now, it was this dude, the 12 calls, which obviously are in the money. I mean, if the ask is 65, right, that calls, that's puts, and the bid is 59, you could buy a call contract at 65 right at the second, and you'll get a fill. You could sell a call contract, 12 calls from AOPEX, which is, by the way, tomorrow, right at the bid, 59, and could get a fill right at the second. For them to buy way over the money, and you can see the volume, the Greeks, it just says squid, right? And nothing is certain, never, but I mean, you saw what happened. Above ask, basically, though, it means that they really, really wanted this position. I mean, they just wanted it right now. So they paid even above the ask price, right? And that was back in April 25th, the second. Wait, we're on the weekly. Let's switch daily. The second line here. Okay, so that's where they entered, April 25th. You can obviously see what happened after. From the lows of where they entered to the highs, it went up 519 almost percent. That's crazy. That's a crazy move. And we just talked about the dark pools that were pretty liquid in this area, in this zone. Okay, so again, for me, what I did personally, that's me. And I've said I bought commons, a lot of stocks, and I sold calls. A lot of people, because I watch the options tape, like I see how people play. A lot of people play through spreads, diagonal, even vertical spreads, but to me it makes more sense to kind of spread them out, right? Like take a calendar spreads, diagonal spreads, and the big money is doing our own condors, by the way, and kind of spreads to take advantage of the spreads between the bid and the ask and the volatility in Greeks. But I'm going a bit of this is some more stuff. I'm just trying to throw out, guys, as much thoughts and value as I can, right? All right, now a bit to technicals. And by the way, what I just showed you on Flowwise, that's the whole point. That's the key. You want to catch them before the big moves. No one talked about it here. Well, some people talk about GME all the time for years now. But I mean, now everyone's talking about it, like on the mainstream media and everyone on X, formerly known as Twitter, everyone's talking about it. Here, not many talked about it. Okay, some did, yeah. Okay, good job. Point is, it wasn't mainstream, right? Now everyone heard that GME popped again. So that's the point about following flow, though. If I'll go back to right now, and by the way, these are the dudes, right? 13 calls, the bot January 2026, betting April 5th, 65 deltas. Market makers will hedge it. That's a lot. They're going to hedge it. They're going to buy shares at an open market. That's how it works. Looking at the floor right now, I can dive into it, I can analyze it, yes, but to me personally, it's too much time, too much effort, and most of this is noise. I've seen a lot of people talk about what they think it is. It's not. Just like you see flow before dividend, or a lot of this in the money activity, especially when it's so much, it's 1 day to expire. I mean, that's expiring tomorrow. That's a low DTE contract. These are a lot of hedging and strategies against stock positions, and it's probably some dealers. Seriously, guys, this is noise. This is a lot of noise. That's what it is. These dudes, in my opinion, actually are shorting the stock through puts, and they want to do in the money puts because they don't want to get squeezed maybe on the underlying stock. So that's what they do here. $1 million at the ask puts for July. But again, that's too much noise. What you want to do, what I'm gonna do, what we're gonna do in the Discord, Flow Trading Discord, obviously, as we always do. We stream every day, right? We do every day in our stream. And if someone asks about GME, I'll tell them the same thing. We want to wait when it's not going to be this much noise. We want to wait when people won't talk about it as much as they're talking about it now. We want to wait, obviously, for GME to touch some key levels that I'll talk about right now as well. And we just want to avoid the FOMO, because FOMO is never good. And FOMO kills, guys. FOMO kills. Again, you can say whatever you want, but back in January 2021, people made a lot of money. A lot of people lost a lot of money and still held to this day. Wasted 3 years that they could have been focused on different things, right? Same thing is June 2021 with the AMC. Like these stocks, they're gonna squeeze. And again, if you're a long-term investor, more power to you. Power to the player. I'm on your side. But the whole point is to make money, okay? And to be not only profitable, but to be smart with your trading decisions and investing decisions. So again, there are ways to trade these stonks, and it's very fun, very profitable, and you don't have to fall into the noise and conspiracies unless you want to. Hey, do whatever you want. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just telling you what I tell to what I say, what we talk about also in the Discord all the time. Focus on value. Let's focus on learning, educating ourselves, and following flow so we can make money on the long term as well. Okay. Now, GME, again, kind of like this stonk, not gonna lie. I'm still holding shares, still holding commons. Yeah, I sold a lot of calls, which some might expire worthless tomorrow. Some maybe I'll get my shares called away. Cool, I don't mind. I'm gonna hold some hundreds of shares. I'm still gonna hold them for the memes, for the culture, and we'll go from there. Okay, it's not a position that I care about too much right now. I mean, I'll watch, if people ask me in Discord or on X, Twitter, but yeah. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, that's gonna be log. It's basically let me go back to log. It's basically the fifth cycle from the lows after the first squeeze, and then the second one in from February 2021 lows to the highs of March 2021. Very simple. This is a very important cycle. You guys can see the way GME moves. It's looking at the weekly is kind of like you see the volume every time before a big move, but then liquidity kind of drops it lower. So it's an illiquid stock, you can tell. possibly because GME shareholders truly locked the float. That can absolutely happen. But don't ever underestimate the ability of the markets to screw us retail investors. And that's what I'm saying. Be smart. So point is, kind of morning start here, huge candle, but reversal right from the golden ratio, golden pocket, same again back in 2022, and then actually what was support, call it demand, whatever you want, turned into resistance, right? Then what happened? You popped right above it. Let me switch to the 4 hour. Here, back in May 13, boom, right from golden pocket, that's where it popped big time. And then it dropped. So for me, what I would watch short term is the 22 level, between the 21 to 20, kind of this area, the golden pocket, right? Golden ratio is 22.3. That's an area that you really want to see. If it goes lower, you want to see what happens here. It could act as support, but that's a key area usually of a trend reversal or a consolidation before another decisive move. Okay, for now the flow, as I've said, is very mixed. You got a lot of people that are just hedging positions and selling options and taking advantage of the crazy volatility and crazy IV. And even if I look here, guys, just to show you guys quick, this is MeOPEX. Like, this is going to basically expire tomorrow. Market makers are gonna make a ton of money here. They're literally open strikes. Holy shit, I haven't even seen this. Crazy for tomorrow. 128 on GME. Wow. But you see the volume. You see, I mean, that's a lot of people selling calls, in my opinion. That's what it is. Selling calls expiring tomorrow. They're basically almost like free money. And I've said, in my opinion, the biggest risk here is for options writers. Anyone who's selling naked calls and not covered, they could get bamboozled. They could be forced to buy back the calls eventually if the stock IV expands and if the stock goes higher. But for now, guys, again, this is something I don't mind doing another video eventually. If you guys want, let me know in the comments, and I'll talk more about the options chains side of things. But for now, I have been seeing some put selling, which is bullish. I've seen actually a lot of call buying, which is why I do think GME is going to make another move. Just short term, the whole drill was you got to let IV, implied volatility, right? And volatility in general, you got to let them chill, like relax a little bit. That's how it is. You got to revert to the mean reversion, right? And besides that, it pumped a lot, so it makes sense to kind of drop now. And yeah, be careful, guys, be smart. This is an actively trading stock. Okay, it's an actively trading stock. Discord, you guys know we're gonna cover it. We're gonna, if you're interested, but we're really focused on different things right now, to be completely honest. Other sectors and stocks that present opportunities from throughout the market. Okay, less about the squeezes. But I will end with saying that earnings are on June 5th. All right, earnings are gonna be on June 5th. In my opinion, as I've said, the 22.3 gonna be key. Once we see more decisive flow that is less noisy, unless I kind of try to filter through this and finding interesting spreads from an institution or exchange that I like and I feel like they usually know what they're doing in move markets, I'll try to post it obviously on X as well. But this requires a lot of filtering, and you guys gotta understand how to read flow and when to read flow, which is even more important. Okay, yeah, you got a lot of 40 calls buyers here for July. Potentially you can see, again, a lot of it is intraday trading. Even looking at it right now, kind of mixed bid and ask. Oh, I haven't moved much, which is, it makes sense. So key is gonna be to be patient if you're interested in GME here, and wait for the more decisive flow, especially after MeOPEX. Okay, tomorrow is going to be options expiration, and after tomorrow, you're gonna see more hedging and more options positions that are hedging for direction, and that's just gonna tell you more before earnings June 5th, and then obviously after earnings, it's gonna be even more interesting as always, because IV usually will expand, go up before earnings. Okay, so that's it, guys. We're below 0.5, 22.3. The next support resistance is 29 area, and you can obviously play with a lot of cycles. Downtrend, you can also do kind of inverse fibs. They're gonna show you a lot. You can do the short term here. That's gonna also help you if you guys want super short term. You can look at the 25.4 and then 20.3, which also popped here from golden pocket. That's straight out it's not going to create extensions, but it FIBA retracements, right? So it's going to show you the levels here, short term. That's it. I will say again, guys, all I care about is anyone watch this video to be on the right side. We don't care about being right. Only care about being on the right side of the trade. We're wrong every day, always. You can be wrong more than you are right, but still make a lot of money if you manage your risk, your positions, if you know how to take a loss and when to take a loss, and make sure that it's a minimal loss, right? That's the whole point. That's the whole point with investing, with trading, whatever your strategy is. It's a very volatile stock. I do see a lot of opportunities. I made personally some decent money this week already, and I'm probably going to be interested again. For now, again, as I've said, besides holding what shares I do have, and again, I have some price levels that if it goes there, then I'll sell more calls. Yeah. For now, I'm chilling. I'm holding what I have. I'll update you guys if I see anything new. And that's it, guys. Yeah, the flow trading Discord is gonna be closed in a few days, so that's it. No more entries. If you do want, I'll link in the description the website. It's basically flowtradingusa.com. You can read more there, but yeah, basically here it doesn't show the link, but the website, but you know, flowtradingusa.com. We follow flow, we analyze flow, pretty mature group of investors and traders that follow markets, educate about flow, and share a lot of great ideas to trade and to invest long term as well. And that's it, good people. Appreciate you guys for watching. Power to the players. I'll update you guys. And if you like the video, hit the like. If you like my accent, subscribe to the channel. And that's it. I'm out. This is the way.